Stage 7. Fucking kill you, Rashi. Love. Wake up, sleepyhead. I felt someone shaking me and opened my eyes to see Ryuji's face above me. Huh? Ryuji? Wait, we were tied up? Is he... okay? As he spoke, he said about taking off my ropes. Yeah, I'm fine, but weren't you tied up too? He grinned and pointed at the floor behind me. I turned to see a piglet, unconscious, sprawled across it. A hostage is a very important prop for Hogstein's little play, right? Oh, so you tricked them again? Yep, haven't gotten any smarter since we duped him on the boat, I guess. He'd gotten the attention of the piglet watching the warehouse and pretended his injury had gotten worse and that he was about to die. Once he had convinced the piglet to loosen his ropes, it was all over. So, what do you think? Pretty smart, huh? Yeah, I'm just surprised I didn't wake up. I actually felt a little embarrassed that I had been off in dreamland while he was fighting a piglet. Well, you seem pretty wiped. I don't blame you for sleeping through it. And besides, you look super cute when you're sleeping. Come on, man. You were watching me? Yeah, why not? I could watch you sleep all day if I could. This is like anti-seducing. This is you're cock blocking yourself here, Ryuji. Oh jeez. No. I don't care if he likes it. That's really cringe. Anyway, we should get moving. If more of these guys show up, it's gonna be trouble. What? Oh, come on. Are you still all worked up over that? I thought we talked about this shrinking violet stuff. Let's go! He frowned and started to pull me along. Oh man, maybe he's right. Why am I so worked up over this? I need to pull it together. We're not done with this game yet. Ryuji. What now? Promise me we'll get out of here alive. Of course we will. He squeezed my hand. We all will. You, me, Subaru, everybody. Nobody gets left behind. Except Usabe. I don't even fucking remember his name. We nodded to one another and strode out of the warehouse. Uh-oh, someone's about to pop up. Nope, never mind. Oh, yeah, the shack, yeah. Shack? The warehouse was surrounded by a thick, green forest, but above it we could see the back of Castle Hogstein. Ah, I didn't realize that we were in there, but this is the place from that first night. What? What place? Judging by the sun, it was almost noon, and we didn't have long before Hogstein figured out we'd escaped. I guess this is where you go if you hang out with him the first time. This is where he goes to get healing items. Do you think we can hook up with everybody else before the game starts? Maybe, but doing it without Hogstein noticing? That's gonna be tough. We were still mulling it over when my phone rang. It's Shido! They didn't take our phones? What? Great! Ask him what he thinks we should do. I nodded and flipped the phone open. Oink! What? This is Subaru Shido. You better not get in the way of my investigation, you filthy woman. Just kidding! Oink, oink, oink! It wasn't Shido's voice at all, but I definitely recognized it. Hogstein? Hey, what the hell's going on? Let me see if Subaru's phone. Oink, oink. Wondering how I got this phone, huh? Oh, that's an exciting story. Well, you see, after I let him call you last night, I took his phone. That's a shit story. Of course, that must have been the deal Shido was talking about. You're not going to meet up with your friends. Bad hostages get punished, and you've been very bad hostages. Then he was gone. Call someone else. Call someone else's phone. He's not the only one with a phone. You have everyone's number. How did he get Subaru's phone? It sounds like handing over his phone was the condition for being allowed to call us the other night. Ah, damn. Well, he knows we've flown the coop now. Things were looking bad. Hogstein almost certainly had people out looking for us. Maybe we should leave the woods and head for the plaza. Good idea. We need to get as far away from this warehouse as possible. We hid in the shadow of the trees, just in case, and made our way carefully toward the plaza. Hey, hold up a minute. I stopped, and Ryuji looked around cautiously for a moment before continuing. Do you think Hogstein took the other phones, or just Subaru's? Oh, that's a good point. Why don't you try calling somebody else? You know what they're doing. It'll give us a better idea of what to do. I almost said who to do. Who? Who should I call? Toa. I decided Shirabe would be the best bet. Never mind. Toa would not pick up. He'd be too jealous. He'd be like, oh, he's on a date with her. Her. She's not as good as me. I'm super famous and cute and attractive and I'm single. Shirabe speaking. Oh, thank goodness it's you. I looked over at Ryuji, nodded, and turned on the speaker. You're telling me Augstein didn't fucking account for this? What? Ah, okay. We were getting pretty worried about you. How are things over there? I told him everything. How Augstein had captured us, and how we'd escaped and we were making our way to the plaza. We're almost there ourselves, but you should break off and pick up another target. What? Why? There are piglets everywhere, and they're on high alert. I'm pretty sure they're looking for you. Oh no. As far as what you should do now, hold on a second. I could hear Shirabe discussing something in the background. Before long, Shido's voice came over the speaker. This is Shido. Listen carefully. If we beat this last game, then all 7 of us should be free to go. Right now, I think your best bet is to just keep running. You got that? Do whatever it takes, but don't let them catch you. Got it. I snapped the phone shut. So basically, we're playing tag with Augstein? Ha! Sounds fun! Until he pops up right now. Nope, never mind. Never mind. Wrong again. Wrong again. Oh, here we go. It's running through the woods. I like how he always turns around and does his fucking thumbs up whenever he stops moving. Damn, this isn't looking so good. We'd made it to the edge of the forest next to Alice Cart, near the road that led back to the plaza. Just as Shirabe had said, piglets everywhere. Well, Augstein did say we weren't going to get to meet up with our friends. I guess he wasn't kidding. This is as close as we're going to be able to get to the plaza. Let's go back into the woods and see how things go. I nodded, and we turned and moved off. I didn't even know Augstein had that many piglets. We're going to have to be careful. Yeah. Oh, hey, speak of the devil. Kick his ass. We're coming into the woods now? As soon as the piglet spotted us, it dropped into a fighting stance. So he's got them running security and looking out for us. He stepped forward, in between me and the piglet. I can deal with this one. Ryuji dropped into a fighting stance of his own. I backed off to give them space. Let's dance! And the battle began. Rah! Right in the cock, oh my god. It's always the straight of the day. Ryuji lashed out with his right fist, clearly aiming for the piglet's cock. The piglet threw up all over the floor to ward off the blow, and hopped back a few steps. This is his chance, if he pushes his advantage. Good. But Ryuji didn't push the attack, and instead kept his distance. What? Its balance recovered. The piglet leapt back in and threw out a kick, which Ryuji smacked away with his right hand. Huh, not bad. He's bluffing. He looked like he had the advantage, but something was wrong. Damn. As the fight dragged on, his movements started to get slower, and he didn't use his left hand at all. Yeah! Oh yeah, he got shot there. The piglet stepped back and held up its arms to guard against Ryuji's strike in its chest. You think you could beat me in a fist fight? Not in a million years, pal. The punch had just been a feint to open up the piglet's head. Ryuji took his opening and delivered a brutal headbutt. By the back of his head? He's very happy about it. The piglet wobbled for a minute, then collapsed to the ground. It didn't move. You killed him! Huh, that's right. Right. Ryuji? He dropped to his knees and pressed a hand against his side. As I ran up to him, I saw red seeping through his shirt. You're bleeding! It's no big deal. My cut probably just opened up. One that he caught when the hospital blew up. Oh no! Sorry! I pulled his coat off, just as I suspected. It wasn't just the one wound that had opened up. They were all oozing blood. What happened to you? What? Did you get caught in a fucking, explosion or something? His left arm. It's got to be where the bullet hit him during the spaceship game. Pretty pathetic, huh? Being a tough son of a bitch, that's just about the only thing I've got going for me. Not like this. Ryuji was trying to act tough, but it was clear he was in a bad shape, and he'd gotten that way by taking hits meant for me. I'm sorry. Oh shit, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I tried desperately to help keep from crying. This is nothing, just a flesh wound. I'll be fine in a minute. But... tough one, toughie. Oops, I accidentally saved, oops. Thank you, I think I want to say thank you. Thank you. I couldn't think of what else to say. Don't worry about me. I'll keep you safe, no matter what. I felt tears pricking my eyes again. I can't just let him keep doing this. I need to take care of myself. He stood up and shrugged his coat back onto his shoulders. I don't think that was the right one. I'm just scared that I'm gonna get a shit ending. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh lord. Oh lord. Oh fuck. Oh lord. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay, that was fine. Nothing. No worries. You have to stop doing this! I felt tears start to trickle down my cheeks. Hey, Maru. You need to tell me when you're hurt. I want to help you too. Even if I can't take bullets for you or whatever, at least I can be there for you to lean on. Tears were coming faster now. I reached out and gently wiped them away. Thought if I could keep you from finding out, then you wouldn't worry, but guess that didn't work out so well. I should have known, though. You're not the kind of lady who just wants to sit back and let some guy do all the fighting for her. Yuji. You're right. I'm pretty worn out. But I think I've got enough left in me to escape. Okay, you ready to put this thing to bed? Sex bomb, sex bomb. He stood up and shrugged his coat back onto his shoulders. Where to next? How about we head for the restaurant? Woman after my own heart. But I'm not feeling hungry right now. Me either, but if Hochstein hasn't gotten the piglets there yet, maybe we can patch you up. Ah, well, I guess it's worth a shot. Here we go! As soon as the piglet at the restaurant noticed us, he ran over. Kick his ass. He handed us a towel and seemed to be indicating that he was worried about us. Good, this place is still safe. How did Hochstein not just use his psychic waves to tell all the piglets to kick the shit out of us? They're not all out looking for us, and we should rest up here while we can. Good night. I nodded and asked the piglet to bring us a first aid kit. He returned in no time, with a first aid kit and some warm tea. Thanks. Ah, this hits the spot. Me too. It's so relaxing. Yeah, I can't wait for this relaxation to be shattered in 2 seconds by Hochstein showing up. I finished my tea and went to work on Ryuji. This is even worse than I thought. He shouldn't have been able to stand up, but he hasn't complained about it at all. Right, I think that about does it. Tell me if they're too tight. Nope, feels good. You're actually pretty good at this, you know? Really? We figured we were probably safe at the restaurant a little longer, so we decided to run over our situation. The last game has started, right? Probably. And it blows we missed it, but we've still got our own stuff to do, right? Yeah. We saved Arabe and released the hostages. There was only one thing for us to do. Each other. We just gotta hold on until they beat the game. Uh-huh. Too bad we can't punch the real Hochstein. As we were talking, I saw a small group of pigs enter the restaurant. They're like gangsters, clicking their fingers. Yeah, we're looking for a pair of individuals, see? I gestured to Ryuji, and we quickly hid. Are they looking for us? I think so. He gestured to the piglet from the restaurant for a bit, and looked around, and then left. They're gone. The restaurant piglet looked like he was thinking about something. What did they say to you? Why are you asking him? He's gonna snitch on you. He pointed at himself, and then mimed moving a chess piece. You're a pawn? What's he saying? Maybe he means that a bunch of the piglet security guys are going to be here in a little bit. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's amazing! You figured that out just from his weird little dance? It's hard to explain. It's more like I kind of felt like that was what he was saying. Like a trust your gut sort of thing. Damn, you're pretty awesome. He seemed genuinely impressed. Oh, come on. It's not that big of a deal. I can't exactly tell him I just took a wild guess. Anyway, if we stay here, they're going to get us. We need to leave. No argument here. You patched me up good and we got some rest. I'd say it's time for a little more hide and seek. Okay, we'll be leaving now. Thanks. The piglet waved goodbye to us as we headed out through the restaurant's back door. Where do your loyalties lie, piglet? I don't understand. You're a brainwashed individual. Why are you doing this? When? Oh, it always ends here. It always ends here. Instead of going through the plaza, we snuck through an alley to the side. Whoa, I didn't know about this one. Yeah, definitely haven't been here before. We found ourselves in front of an attraction populated by statues of animals playing instruments. It looked like it was some kind of music game. If it wasn't for Hochstein, this place would have been so much fun. I know, right? I can't tell you how many times I've thought, shh, quiet. Piglet that had been standing in front of the attraction's entrance and started walking in our direction. Think it's us. We scrambled around behind a tree and held our collective breath. Please, oh please don't catch us. The piglet looked around, puzzled for a few seconds, and then returned to its post. That was close. We snuck past as quietly as we could. What is in here then? Are we just gonna play some more music? No, we're just leaving. Alright, back to the crater. Why did we go there? No reason? Okay, cool. What? We disappeared. Oh no. Once we were out of sight of the music attraction, my phone began to ring. It's Shido. No, wait. That means it's Hochstein.
Better answer it and see what he says. Even if it's bad news, at least it's information.
Yeah, good point. I opened my phone and turned on the speaker. What's up, bitches? You're better than I thought! You were supposed to have gotten yourselves caught by now, you know? What do you want? Me? Oh, nothing really. I just wanted to tell you it's pointless to run.
You son of a...
Pretty soon there'll be more of my piglets out there looking for you. And remember, you can't leave because... those are the rules. He hung up.
Much of a conversationalist, huh?
Something he just said seemed off. I just can't put my finger on it. Can't wait to have a fucking mind palace to figure out what it was.
So we can't leave because those are the rules? I already knew that.
Those are the rules. Wait, what was the penalty for breaking the rules? Yeah, it was killing the hostages. Wait, that means...
Mind palace!
Okay, let's go over what's happened so far. Yesterday we rescued the hostages, but we got captured in their place. We managed to escape, but Hochstein called us in Shido's phone. He called us to remind us that the rules prevent us from escaping the park, right? The rules are pretty clear. To leave the park is forbidden, and if we try, the hostages die. That's why we haven't been able to break the rules during any of these stupid games. But now I know I'm missing something. I can feel it! Yeah, it's so obvious. I'm just scared that I'm not going to get it right, even though I'm pretty sure I got it right. Rescued, captured in their place. Yeah, it's gotta be rescued. It's gotta be rescued. Gotta be rescued. Gotta be rescued. Gotta be rescued, but I'm still scared. I'm still scared. Jump, jump, jump! Rescued! Inside! Ooh, that's it! We already saved the hostages, so there's nobody for that motherfucker to kill!
What do you mean?
We couldn't just try and leave the park before, because if we did, Hochstein would kill the hostages, remember? But now that we rescued them, the only hostages he had were us. And if we ran away...
Oh, he doesn't have any hostages, so he doesn't have any leverage. We can do whatever we want.
Right!
Damn, you're smart. I'm glad you're here.
Before I realized what was happening, he'd wrapped his arms around me in a bear hug. Hey, Ryuji! He doesn't mess around, does he? I guess that's kind of what makes him... him. Oh.
Alright, this changes things. If we can just walk out, that's gonna be way faster than trying to play hide and seek.
Yeah, now we just need to figure out how to get to the entrance. Hands held tight, we headed off toward freedom.
You can swim across that river pretty easily. It's not that, like, wide. And it doesn't seem like it's rapid either. Well, going through the main entrance seems to be a bad idea.
We passed the hospital and were on our way to the entrance when... Another one?
Another... Damn, things are like roaches! Get out of my way!
He kicked out the piglet, knocking it to the ground. Jesus fucking instantly killed him.
Damn, they just keep coming.
He was breathing heavily now, and stopped to wipe sweat from his forehead. Haven't said that since I was in work. We'd run into a few piglets on our way, and Ryuji had managed to fight them off, but... Do you need to rest a little?
Oh, I'm fine. We need to keep going.
Even if he said he was fine, I could see he wasn't. Where was Hochstein keeping all of these piglets? He'd been telling the truth on the phone, though. There were way more piglets searching the park for us. They'd started combing the forest and alleyways, leaving us with very few places to hide.
They're not so bad one-on-one, but if we ever run into a group, I think we might be in trouble.
Well, at least it seems like they can only communicate with those weird gestures.
Yeah, guess we lucked out there, huh?
He was right. If the piglets had been able to coordinate with a radio or something, catching us would have been like shooting fish in a barrel. I think his wounds are starting to open again. Every so often I could catch a glimpse of the bandage I'd given him beneath his coat, and it was already soaked with red. We're almost there. Just have to hang in a little longer. I wormed myself up and under his shoulders. What? I wormed myself under his shoulder and tried to lift him up. His clothes were soaked with sweat. Oh, nice. Hey, come on. I said it was fine. And I'm saying that's a bunch of horse pucky. Horse pucky. Oh my god, I didn't realize Kamaru was 200 years old. We're doing this together, remember? Yeah, you're right. Thanks. Slowly and cautiously, we continue toward the front gate. At last we reached the Bizarre Planet attraction, which was connected to the entrance to the park. I don't see any piglets. Maybe they didn't think we'd be crazy enough to try and leave the park. Shops lined each side of the promenade, and at the end we could see the gate. There wasn't a single piglet in sight. If we can get through here, this nightmare will finally be over. I got a bad feeling about this. I adjusted Ryuji on my shoulders and rode off on the back of his horse. Kinda hard to believe it's only been 7 days, huh? Yeah, you know, when I met you that first day, I thought you were kinda scary. Can't blame you. You certainly weren't the first. I don't think that anymore, though. I know you're not scary at all. You're actually really nice. And I know that even though you look like a real tough guy, you love theme parks a whole lot. Yeah, well, don't go spreading it around, okay? He coughed awkwardly and grinned at me. I think it's hella cute. I don't know why I read hella cute. I think it's hella cute, but I guess I can see why you'd be a little embarrassed. I've learned you're not the type of lady who just wants some white knight to run around fighting all her battles for her. Oh, right. I also learned you look real cute when you sleep. You see, you had to go and ruin it, Mitarashi. Hey, you're not supposed to talk about that. Well, tough luck. I'm not forgetting that vision of beauty as long as I live. Now it was my turn to blush. He laughed and seemed very pleased with himself. It's funny to him, but what if I do something embarrassing when I sleep, like drool? They're all pretty interesting bunch, huh? Those other guys are real characters. And if we hadn't all been thrown into this meat grinder, we never would have met. Kinda makes you feel weird about leaving, doesn't it? Yeah. I wonder if I won't get to see Ryuji anymore once the game is over. But I do want to see him again. I really do. A Life or Death game hardly seems like the kind of place where you'd meet someone special, but I had. Someone very special. Here's the exit. This is it. I hadn't noticed how close we were. The gate was only 30 feet away. I counted. Oink! Welcome! What? As Hogstein's voice echoed through the air, piglets poured out from behind the shops. Shit, this is bad. This is real bad. Before I knew it, we were surrounded by more piglets than I'd seen in the whole week we'd spent at the park. The dark crowd parted to reveal Hogstein swaggering toward us. Of course he's fucking swaggering. My, leaving so soon? Please, I couldn't possibly let you go without a little souvenir. Oink, oink. Is it a Robbie Severed Head? Please. Please let it be a Robbie Severed Head. Is that a gun? Thanks, man. There was no mistaking the cold metal object in Hogstein's hand. No. Does this mean he was just playing us the whole time? How did you figure out what we were trying to do? Figure out? Please, you're so silly! I lured you here! But when did you... The phone call. Correct! I gave you a little tiny hint, and you fell right into my trap! I guess being so clever isn't always helpful, hmm? Damn it! The piglets began to close in. We were done for. But Ryuji just patted my head. I look so worried. There's nothing like seeing you smile. What? Suddenly, the world spun as Ryuji tucked me under his arm like a football and took off toward the gate. You're gonna get lit up. You're just gonna get filled with holes. Yeah! No! Hey! Oh my fucking god. He slammed into the piglets that came at us with his shoulder, pushing them aside. Get out of my way, bitch! But with every hit, he slowed down a little bit more. If his wounds hadn't been torn back open already, they certainly were now, and he had likely given himself some new ones too. I won't let them get you! Ryuji! Hogstein stood between us and the gate, gun in hand. Oink! It's all over! He lifted the gun to aim it straight at Ryuji's head. He's going to kill him! I felt something began to boil up inside me. Oh, the final fury, baby! Why is he always doing this while pointing guns at people's heads? I thought we made a promise to work together. If he keeps this up, he's gonna kill himself! What's wrong with you? Is this really the time he's about to get blasted and you're shouting at him? Let out a roar like no yell had ever yelled before. Whoa! Ryuji and the piglets in front of us stopped in their tracks, stunned. Do I have a superpower? And... of course. Oh, sorry! Hoaxes jumped, and in what seemed like an instinctive reaction, he cowered and threw his hands up to protect himself. For the moment, he was frozen. You're gonna whip that out now? Yeah, it's my cock, dude. Never mind that. This is your opening. Use it. Right. Wait! What the fuck am I apologizing for? He scrambled desperately to re-aim his gun, but it was too late. Ryuji shot forward. Oh my god. That is what the back Hoaxes' back looks like. Hoaxes! He roared with a fury as he smacked into the frozen pig. What a nice ass, dude. I'll holla. Yes! With me still clutched under his arm, Ryuji leapt out through the gate. He landed on his feet, wavered for a moment, and then collapsed. Well, he's about to get blasted. We did it. What's next? Hoaxes picks up the gun and shoots you in the back of the head because you're not like any way away from the fucking park. And then he passed out. Yeah, you're dead. Rest in peace. Unless the police are waiting outside. I clambered to my feet, grabbed a hold of his arms, and started to pull. He's put himself in danger a bunch of times for me. I'm not gonna let Hoaxes kill him. I'll keep him safe if it's the last thing I do. Just a little further. Just need to get him away from the park. One step at a time, I hauled him away from the park and Hoaxes. Oh. Yeah, we escaped apparently. Sure. But I pulled you all the way home. Sure. Oh jeez, look at the time. I opened the curtains and let the warm morning light stream into my room. Can't believe it's only been a week. I'm still sore all over. After Ryuji and I escaped, the rest of our teammates beat the game they were playing and left the park too. What if they all fucking died? What if they all died because we abandoned them? Oh, that'd be so good. The press was all over the whole thing for a while. Fortunately, Shido pulled a few strings and managed to keep them out of our hair for the most part. My uncle and the other hostages weren't so lucky though. He was constantly getting jumped by reporters, and the last I heard he was fed up. As for the rest of our team, Mikasa had gone back to work as a pop star. From what I heard, he was pretty grumpy that none of us had known who he was. Oh my god, he's still salty. Salty Mikasa, because he didn't get to slay either of us. But apparently he was channeling that into his career, and he was determined to become so popular that everyone would recognize him. Yeah, he's just even more of a fucking Nazi now. The game must have made Miyoshi reflect on his own choices, since he'd started to work part-time once we got out. The rumor was that he was saving up money for job hunting, and that he was shooting to get a job in the game industry. Arabe had turned himself in. He'd regretted working with Hoaxes and wanted to try to make amends for what he'd done. He was crucified days after. I told him that I wanted to get a reading from him when we got out, and he'd given me a warm smile and said it would be his first priority. Shirabe was tracking down the truth. In the end, we hadn't learned anything about who Hoaxes really was. He hadn't even been arrested. When the police showed up, the pig had disappeared. What was Hoaxes after? If anyone could find out, I had a feeling it was Shirabe. Shido had gone back to his job as a detective, and I'd heard from him that the piglets had turned out to just be ordinary people. They'd all been hypnotized or something, and had no memory of anything that had happened. Honestly, I've been left with more questions than answers. Maybe someday I'll get some answers, but right now, I've got other things on my mind. And speaking of those things... Honey, I'm home! How's it going? My door burst open. Ryuji! I hadn't seen him in a while, and this surprise visit made my heart swell in my chest. As soon as my uncle had gotten out of the park, he'd called the police, who had immediately moved in to surround it. It hadn't taken me long to reach them, and they'd saved us. I was curious about what had happened to Hoaxes, but I figured I could leave that to Shido and Shirabe. I'd survived, and so had the man I'd loved. That was enough for now. What are you doing here? I was gonna come pick you up. Nah, I couldn't wait that long, so I just checked myself out and ran over here. The speed of his recovery had been astounding. Even with all of his wounds, he'd only need to stay in the hospital for about a week. Yeah, it's because he's full of shit. Did they actually let you go, or did you just leave? You need to learn when to sit. Before I could finish, he threw his arms around me and squeezed. Yeah, I know. But I wanted to see you. I couldn't help it. You're trying to change the subject. Buttering me up isn't gonna work. He just laughed. You know, I had a lot of time to think over the past week. Oh yeah? I think I'm gonna quit the escort business. What? Too much pussy. I'm drowning in it. That wasn't what I expected at all. I mean, I'm glad to hear he's not going to be flirting with other women all day, but... Are you sure? I thought you were doing that so you could make women smile. Since he'd lost the chance to see his mother smile. Is that how you made your mother smile? Is that how you made your mother smile, Mitarashi? Ah, man, you can see right through me, huh? He gave me a crooked grin. Yeah, I can make ladies smile all day, and that feels nice, but I realized that I can make a particular lady smile, and that would feel great. Oh yeah? My heart started to beat faster. I let myself fall into his arms and press my head against his chest to hear his own heart. I only want to make one lady smile, Kamaru, and she's you, unfortunately. He smiled. Ryuchi. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Let's go! What a hug! Oh my god. We leaned forward on our lips met. We kissed, and everything else stopped mattering. He still looks like Ganon. He still looks like Ganon. With the fucking Triforce of Power. Alright, well. That was a fun game. He looks just like shirtless in this. I like that ending. I don't know which one I like the best. I like the whole the scene before escaping. I liked Rikasa's one better. Like the whole singing stuff. I felt that was a lot more meaningful than then just leaving the park. But I don't know. I ship the fucking three of them together. I can't ship two. I put all three of them together. That's it. That's my final answer. Just two hunks and fucking Kamaru Balsaki. Oh no! I just realized the next game we're gonna play is not gonna have a protagonist named Kamaru Balsaki. It's gonna be miserable. Yeah, the true ending is unattainable, unfortunately. But it's when the three of them get together. That's the true ending. Fucking Ganon! Look at him! He just looks like Ganon. The fucking red hair, the dark skin, the big fucking nose. Look at that. I missed that one. We can get that kiss. What the heck? Here he goes. Rockin' Bananical Limited. I mean, I guess we'll start the YouTuber stuff, man. Thanks for watching this series, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, you know, I love you a lot, and I appreciate you sticking around. You know, this game started off a bit slow, I'll admit, but I think it got a lot better, well, especially once we started, like, knocking off endings. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I had a fun time. And I feel satisfied now that it's finished, you know. I feel I seduced the hunks, and that's all I could ask for, really. I seduced the biggest hunk of them all, the hunkiest hunk, the chunkiest hunk, and the spunkiest hunk. But now, my life is empty and I have nothing left to live for, so I'll see you. I don't know. I'll see you later, I guess. Next game is Omori, unless we do like one small like single stream game. Probably just Omori though. I put out a vote in my Discord, which you can join in the description below, for which game we were going to play next. And Omori beat out Super Danganronpa another 2 by 1 vote. Yeah. Finn. I mean, I could stop recording now, but it's going to go into the thing, because I'd tab it. Yeah, bye guys!